Hey, this is Peggy with Easy Peasy Machine Embroidery, and we are in my Sonnet software today in the Platinum and I believe the Gold versions, and we are going to be playing with Word Sculpt and maybe a little beyond that. So go ahead and open up a blank canvas, and I am going to be in a Actually, I'm going to do a enter hoop size, and I'm going to say a 240 hoop by a 240 hoop. There is a method to my madness. And I am going to go into the Create tab, into Word Sculpt. And there are any number of outlines here that you can use. You want to pick an outline that you can add all kinds of words to. So you can choose an ice cream cone. Anytime you see options, so you have the outline, you have a motif outline, and you can pick what motifs you want to use. I'm not going to go into that because I think I've covered that enough. You have running stitches and triple stitches, but anytime you see the options, go play. So I'm going to do an outline, and all you do is fill your words in. And I'm not going to go to town here with too many words. You can do uppercase only. You can say that you want your words only used once. You can do random fonts, or you can say I want to pick my own fonts. Uh, and it will be just one specific font. You can choose colors, and you can choose the orientation of all of your words, and you can keep hitting refresh until you get the design you want. And when you're done, you can hit finish. If you're not getting if you type 3 words in and you're only seeing 2, you may want to decrease your font size, and that may give you some more words. So now you're going to say finish, and you're going to notice that there are boxes around all of the words. That means that everything is grouped together. So we're going to ungroup it all. And now we can unclick. And I personally highlight or zoom in, and then I move the nodes around so that they fit the outline of my cone. And you can move your words around. You can rotate them and go to town with. Playing and playing and playing. Okay, I'm not going to go any further than this. You can get the idea from there. It's just all about playing and arranging things however way you like. Whatever looks appealing to you. Okay, and then I'm going to say we're going to go back to a full screen. And I am actually going to, at this point, change my hoop to my regular size, 260 by 260. So now I've got some wiggle room around the outside. And at this point, I also like to do a save as, and I'm going to call it cone. The reason I'm doing that right now is because it will allow me to still go back in and edit all of these things. When I'm doing a save as, it saves as a VP4. It's going to hold all of these items as is. If I do a save as, if I do an export, it's going to combine everything and color sort and do all that kind of stuff. So there's the cone exported. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to do this. Okay? It's going to flatten it. Now, what I'm going to do is right click here. I'm going to go into Edit in Stitch Editor. So say I want to put this on a waffle weave towel. So I'm going to now go into Border, and I'm going to go into Border Embroidery, and I'm going to move that border a little closer to my satin outline, and I am going to choose just a running stitch and say create external border. And that is going to be a dark blue color. And there's all kinds of borders inside here, so that's why you see all different colors. All right, so now we can do X here. And it goes back into the regular embroidery screen. Now I want to go into Modify. And notice that I made sure that my embroidery was boxed in. And what I'm going to do now is get rid of all the words, because I don't want all those dark blue boxes in there. So now I'm going to go to Point Select, and I am just going to go around the outside of my cone and get rid of all of that inside stuff. And I am going to go home, and I'm going to go into Life View and take a little gander at that and see that there are no extra lines that I've left out. So that is good. And I should have only one dark blue outline. So that is perfect also. And now we're going to do an export. And I'm going to save it over my original exported file. There is a method to my madness. So now we're going to delete it because we've saved it. We're going to go into Create, into Digitizing. We're going to hit Cancel here. We're going to insert the file we just made, which is Cone Exported. And now we have to ungroup it to work with it. And we are going to go way down to the very end. And we are going to group those two. And I'm hoping I can do a properties of those two items, which looks like I can. And now I'm going to do a crosshatch fill. And I'm going to do a 2.5 diamond. Okay, so I just did a crosshatch fill. And it is showing up on top of my lettering. So I want to right click over the color and put layout order and say move to the back of my design. Okay, and now I'm going to take that color blue because my towel is cream, and I am going to change it to 2297. Okay, so that's better now. And there we go. We have, and I always do a save as an EDO file, so that allows me to go back in and edit it if I need to. And I also do an export here just for kicks and giggles because I often am bebopping all over the place, and sometimes when I eggs out here, it doesn't show up here. And that really irritates me. So I always save it. That happens when you are working on multiple files at the same time, and I'm always doing that. If you're just working on just one file, it should be fine. Anyway, so now we have a word sculpt. We have a single stitch crosshatch fill that's going to knock down the pile on the towel. We have a satin stitch that's going to outline our word sculpt, and we're good to go. So the next thing I wanted to show you, so I will get rid of that and go back into word sculpt. You can actually make your own outline. So there are a couple ways to get an outline. You can go to Google and type in whatever it is you're looking for and silhouette and get an image that way and just, save a JPEG or whatever, do a save image as. But one of my favorite places to get outlines is Silhouette Garden, and it allows you to download like 4 different files in a zipped format. And so you have a SVG for the Cricut and a PNG and a JPEG. So there's different formats you can actually you download to get your own to make your own file. And I am going to do the same thing here. I'm going to say 240, and I'm going to do new shape, which is the little plus sign. I am going to maximize that screen. I'm going to do File, Insert. Here's my muffin that I've already downloaded. I'm going to go to the Draw tab. This is going to be my line, my border color. I'm going to click on the Trace area or line, and when I put my cursor inside the muffin, I will just left click, and it's going to give me a border line. You can kind of see it dotted. I don't know if you can see it, but when I close out here, there's my muffin. You can set your border options just like you would with the preset shapes. And there are my words. And I can add to it, I can add blueberry and banana and all those kinds of things, and I can rearrange the words exactly the same way I did the ice cream cone, and it's gonna show up the same way as the ice cream cone did. You can put the border on it the same way. So that's how to make your own um, outline based on a silhouette that you can get off the internet. Okay, so that's what we covered in class yesterday. And I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment if you can do most of this in Premiere Plus. You can't make your own shapes though, so sorry about that. And catch you later. Bye.